Welcome to another Rebs six-pack reviews. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Today, we're going to talk about abuse, physical abuse, by people you live with, roommates, parents, whatnot. But first off, I'd like to, again, the beer is chilled from Eric and Indiana Knives. He is the sweetest, most gentle, passionate kisser that I have ever known. He really puts 110% into each and every of his little kisses, and he leaves the small ones, right? He does like the big ones, and he leaves the small ones on your cheek, which means he cares. And if Eric cares, Eric from Indiana Knives, then I care. So let's talk about abuse. Abuse. So this is this is my that's me. That's my right leg. So how that started, how the abuse started, was I used to work at a electronics store a long time ago, and we were in the back smoking, and I had a piece of speaker wire, and one of the other salesmen was talking, and he talks with his hands a lot, and so I was fucking with this piece of speaker wire, so I smacked him in the hands with it. And I mean, it hurts because it's it's like it's like 14 gauge speaker wire, so and I smacked him pretty good, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, fuck off." And so then it came to be where I was putting some new speakers we got out on the floor, and what he had done was, excuse me, what he had done was taking a two gang, meaning two speaker wires and one shielding, and then split them, and then smacked me across the back with that. So to which I responded, I mean, first off, he was like, "Oh, fuck you. What the fuck?" But then I had to get him back. So then I got a piece of four gang speaker wire, and then not only just to, so there are certain types of people, types. There's certain types of people, people that will retaliate with like an equal, retaliation, and then there's ones that will step it, right? Step. So I'm the step guy. So I got a piece of four conductor, which is four wires in one shielded strand, and then I connected spade connectors, which are just a metal U, that you put on a speaker, the end of speaker wires for hooking into terminals, and I put one of those on every single one of the ends of the wire. I made like a fucking cat's tail, and then just waited. And so he was putting up putting up a big screen in our big screen room, and he had his hands up, and so I ran up and I smacked him across the chest from behind. I like curled around and smacked him in the chest. It cut him open and he bled, which made me giddy, like a schoolboy. I was very happy that I drove blood. Anyways, he got super pissed. He chased me around. We didn't fight. I mean, we were friends. We lived together, so it wasn't fucking. So, what brings everything around to this is I was mowing the lawn, and unbeknownst to me, he had plotted. We had called times out. I thought that we had called a times out. That we had called the times out. Apparently we didn't. So I'm on the lawn, and then all of a sudden I feel this incredible pain, this impossible pain on my leg, and I was mowing the lawn, and I collapsed like a fucking sack of shit on the ground, and I look back, and it's him standing over me with a fucking tree branch. And I was so here's the thing. You have to you have to realize you and your your world. So I knew that it couldn't get anything past that, or I was gonna fucking, like, while he's sleeping, I was gonna smack him in the face with like a pipe wrench or some shit. So I knew that we had to just stop. So we just stopped right there. But then when it bruised up, we took a picture of it, and that's that. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, the guy's cool to the day. But no, very long intro for what we actually have planned today. The Koenig Arius. It's it is one of my absolute motherfucking favorite NAFs that I own, and one that I can't get rid of. This thing is, for all intents and purposes, intents and purposes, it's fucking, it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit rock and roll. It's country rock and roll, hillbilly rock. I don't know. Anyways, it's a fucking legit one of my favorites. Made by Bill Koenig, who's now become a dude I know here in Boise. I can come to him for questions or help, or just to fucking rap with him or whatnot. But originally it started off as just plain TI scales, and then just a plain backspacer and clip. And then at one point he had the Tim clip and backspacer. I was like, hey, I need that. And so I did get it. And then when I got it, I was like, well, fuck. That's awesome. But I would like to bring all of that together. So I anodized the scales. This purplish to match, and then still kept the yeah. Look at it. Jesus fuck. Just look at that shit. But as far as what the Koenig Arius is, it's fucking, it's it's fucking it's bad as fuck. Obviously, everyone's made a video on one, so there's no real surprises. The fit and finish is incredible. This is an older one. It's not lightened. They didn't fucking hog out giant sections of the fucking scales. But that's fine, because I don't give a shit. But the action, the sound of it. So there's a sound. I mean, there's definitely a sound for fucking knives when you open them up. And it's there. And fucking, it has it. Middle finger flick that's kind of the favorite one, for me at least. But you can, multiple ways to open it up. You can just slow roll, thumb open. Obviously fucking finger, thumb, middle finger. But it is just a fucking gorgeous fucking knife. It's a little bit larger. I don't know how big compared to. Fuck. Let me look what I have on me. Here's a. There's a Holt Spectre, so bigger than a Holt. Yeah, bigger than a Holt. Not as big as a Rayot Jack, but it's definitely big-ish. But that's fucking, that's fine. I no qualms about that. Feels good in the hand. Clip pretty much disappears. Fit and finish. The action is obviously fucking amongst. Yeah, that's a fucking word. Isn't that a fucking word? That's a fucking word. Amongst or among? I don't know. It is one of the best actions in the industry. Idaho made here in Boise. If anybody was considering or on the rocks about getting a Koenig Arius, even the non-fancy ones, and this one pretty much kind of started out non-fancy, but the action stays the same. It's not like if you get a more expensive one, then you get some different kind of action. No, the action stays the same. It's just, the materials, different scales and fucking all that kind of shit. But, yeah, so if you have the means, and I highly recommend it, pick yourself up a Koenig Arius, 100% America, Idaho made, American source products, and you will not be disappointed. In fact, you will most likely be delighted in the action, the fit and finish, the quality, and such. Yeah, end of the vid. I appreciate everybody for stopping by, and as always, cheers.